once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll.
What is up, y'all? It is y'all girl TheShorelRenee, the blonde ADHD baddie, and I am back with another video. Now, before we get into this, y'all already know what I'm ready to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button because I'm ready to come hard, very hard. So let's get into this. I know I've been gone not too long, but for a little while, because I was dropping, a video like every other day. But when work comes into play, gotta go to work, and I had to go to work. But I ain't going nowhere. I'm still here. So let's go. Today's video, I am doing a two-part series. So it will be another video after this one. It is on the same subject, but for different reasons. And what am I talking about? I'm speaking on hyperfixations. Hyperfixations can be defined as an intense state of concentration and focus. Now, focusing and concentrating can be a regular thing, but hyperfixating is way different. And why? Hyperfixations are literally focused and concentrating on one thing, or it could be one thing in a sort, like as a whole, and you can't focus on anything else. Like, you're so engrossed in what you're doing that nothing else in the world around. Hyperfixations are literally focused and concentrating on one thing, or it could be one thing in a sort, like as a whole, and you can't focus on anything else. Like, you're so engrossed in what you're doing that nothing else in the world around you matters. And when I say nothing, I mean absolutely nothing. Like, your brain is so fixated on this one thing that it can't process anything else. I mean, like, you are literally dedicated to whatever it is that you find enjoyable or interesting. Like, when I say dedication, I mean like your work performance and task performance is through the roof. Like, nobody is seeing you in what you're doing because they can't do better than you, like, at all right now. Like, no one can. That's what hyperfixation is. Like, you're so in tune with whatever it is that nothing, and I mean nothing else matters. Nothing. If you are anything like me and have ADHD, you probably suffer from a lot of hyperfixating, because I know I do. Like, I hyperfixate on stuff that make no sense, but guess what? It's interesting to me. I cannot tell you why, but I'm dedicated. Most of us who have ADHD, we tend to suffer from hyperfixations and like just focusing and fixating on certain things and neglecting every other aspect in our life, and I mean everything else. To the point we live, breathe, eat, everything. This one fixation, like, that is it's tunnel vision. Y'all see I'm tripping up on it because it's literally tunnel vision. Like, you will lose sleep, you will stay up day and night just focusing on this, and it's like, it's no end goal to it, but and your brain is basically telling you you have to do it. Like, you have to do this day and night and day and night and nothing else. Nothing. And when it comes to like hyperfixations and hyperfixating on things, it's no specific thing like for anyone. So I can't just give you like set examples of what you can hyperfixate on, because it could literally be anything. And also, it has no set time frame, to the point like you could hyperfixate on things for weeks, you could hyperfixate on things for hours, months, years. Sometimes you can hyperfixate on something, no longer have interest in it like at all, and then like a year later pick it back up and you're hyperfixating on it again. Like, it has no set time frame, so you never know when it's going to hit, you never know when it's going to stop, you honestly never know what it's actually going to be. I know this can sound like really good for somebody who wants to concentrate on work and like that good task performance, but it's been times I've forgotten to eat, get up, shower, go to work. Like, it's been times I've had to not go to work for like weeks at a time because I'm so hyperfixated on something, and I don't even realize that I'm missing my job, that I'm missing everything, that I'm missing like life revolving around me. I don't even notice it because my brain is not even processing shit else around me but what I'm focused on. So it's not as fun as people could think it is. It's not fun at all. Like, it's not, especially for me. That's my opinion. Don't think hyperfixations are only like just for people who have ADHD. You could literally not have ADHD and hyperfixate. So don't think like it can't happen to anybody. But I'm speaking on people with ADHD. So don't think you X'd out because it can happen to you too, boo. Okay? Like, it's so broad. Hyperfixating is so damn broad to the point where I could be sitting here one day and now I'm hyperfixating on different kinds of trees. I never had an interest in just knowing about specific trees, but now I'm interested in trees. Why? I couldn't tell you. I'm not saying I'm interested in trees right now, but just giving an example because I'm not hyperfixated on trees at all. Disclaimer, I'm not. But just, you know, for fun's sake, I could tell y'all some things that I've been hyperfixated on. And I don't just mean recently, I mean throughout life. Like, that made no fucking sense to me, but still did it, I guess. So one time, literally for 3 weeks straight, the only thing I ate morning, noon, and night was banana pudding. I lied to y'all not. And I know it's no nourishment in just eating banana pudding, but it was literally banana pudding and water. Every day. All day. That's it. Now, I do like banana pudding in general, but like, it's just, you know, every now and then. But when I say I was so fixated on it, nothing else tasted good. Nothing. So I wouldn't eat nothing else. Like, everybody was like, have a meal. I'm gonna eat banana pudding. And then one day, I didn't want it at all. Like, I basically hyperfixated on since like after high school, and I don't know why. It's research. Like, I have a urge to research, and I don't mean like specific things. Like, you could say a random topic, and now I'm researching that topic for the next month. I got notebooks out the ass, y'all. Notebooks of just random research of random topics that mean absolutely nothing, to the point that I stay up till like 4 o'clock in the morning researching. And I've been doing this for well over a decade now, and I can't stop. So it's very hard when people say like random things around me that I never heard of, because I'm gonna research it. Like, that's like one of my dark secrets. It's not a bad thing, but why the fuck am I researching random shit? Who knows? But I gotta buy more notebooks soon. Y'all, I legit be up in here looking like I'm studying for a test. Like, I be so frantic to the point that I can't be bothered until I finish what I'm doing. But it's no telling when I'm finished what I'm doing, because I don't know when the research is going to end. I don't even know how much more I got to look up. But I got to keep going. I got to keep pushing it. Like, it's crazy, but I can't stop myself. I wish I could, but I can't. My current hyperfixations is smoothies. I know that might sound like, what, girl, smoothies, that's good for you. Yeah, it definitely is. But when you're someone with ADHD, you hyperfixate on things. It's not usually like the best option to be hyperfixated on it, because at one point I was only drinking smoothies for like a week straight. That's it. I lost weight. I'm not trying to lose weight, but basically I detoxed myself because my brain only wanted smoothies. So yeah, sounds fun, doesn't it? So much fun. Back when the pandemic was happening in 2020, like, I was ordering from Sham like crazy. And not for the reason y'all think. Not for the clothes at all. I had a fixation on the clear Sham bags. Like, when I say I had a stockpile of clear Sham bags, and I was using them for absolutely nothing. I maybe used 1 or 2 bags to put like one of my wigs in. What did I need the other bags for? I was obsessed with clear Sham bags. I didn't care what I ordered. I didn't care if the outfit went together. I didn't care if it was a pair of glasses. Nothing. I just wanted clear Sham bags. Don't get me started on binge watching shows, because I done seen every season of Grey's Anatomy well over 10 times. And I know that's saying a lot, but like, it was to the point I would have my phone mounted like on the car, on the dashboard, with another episode playing, in the store, at work, going to bed, background noise. I didn't care. I had to watch Grey's Anatomy. I still do it every now and then. Like, I'm not as obsessed with it, but if I already know if I turn it on, yeah, we kick it back into it every season. Every last one. Every last one. I have hyperfixation on like certain characters or celebrities. Not like liking them, but just being intrigued by every little thing they do. Like, I don't know why. I never want to actually like meet them, but I'm like, oh my God, I gotta look up so-and-so again. And then one day, I just don't have an interest in them anymore. At all. So like I said, the most random shit. It doesn't have to make sense, but your brain just told you it did, didn't it? I know, me too. Now I know that, you know, all this is kind of sounding pretty bad, but it does have its perks, like, you know, small perks, but not everything is bad about it. Kind of is, but it ain't. And everything it does, dude, like, it helps you like get a lot of work done in like a small amount of time because you're so focused on it. Like, you are like really getting down to the nitty-gritty. Like, you are handling business, baby. Task performance is up there. So say like you're hyperfixated with your career, like you're probably at the top of your game, like you're head honcho, head HBIC. You're HBIC because like you really doing the damn thing because this is your life, this is your sole focus. Like, performance is literally through the roof. Like, it's to the point where you are exceeding past co-workers, maybe the boss, the CEO, everybody, because they aren't as hyper focused on this as you are at all. But I can say, when it comes to having ADHD and hyperfixations, I would tell you to always be vocal with the people you're around, the people you love, the people you're in a relationship with, because it can affect your life. It can affect your health, your relationships, everything. Because you can't change your mind or tell your brain that I need to take care of everything else in life. So you could be neglecting your partner, you could be neglecting your kids, you could be neglecting your family, you could be neglecting your health. Like, you're not drinking enough water because you're hyperfixating, or you're not eating because you're hyperfixating, or you're not, you know, paying attention, or can see your spouse is going through something bad because you're hyperfixating and nothing else means anything to you. So you need to talk about these things so you both know how to handle this. Sorry, whenever Kenzie know I'm recording, she try to act like, you know, she got something to tell me. She's adorable. So if you're anything like me and you have ADHD and you've been so focused and fixated on something to the point you can't do anything else, more than likely you're hyperfixating. You probably didn't know what it was all this time, but yes, you are hyperfixating. Don't just automatically say it's that, but most of the time that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. But that is all for this video, but I'm not gonna close this one out the way I usually close it out, only because I need y'all to stay tuned for part 2. Okay, it's more to this, but in a different aspect, and I'm gonna blow y'all mind.
Add it up, bankroll.